Hello and welcome to my review of The Expendables, starring, as the poster says, Stallone, Lee, Lundgren, Colcher, Austin, Statham, Cruise, Rourke, and briefly, Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Alright, for one of the first times this year, we get a true, bloody, balls-to-the-wall action film. Now, does anyone really care about the plot of this movie? I don't think so. But just in case, I'm going to tell you about it. It basically centers upon this team of incredibly badass mercenaries who go into this country ruled by this evil dictator and try to overthrow them. Then lots of explosions, action, and awesomeness ensue. Let me just say right off the bat, The Expendables is everything you want in a fun action movie, and that's a lot more than a lot of movies this summer could truly deliver. First off, as you can already tell, the cast is top-notch. Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Mickey Rourke, Bruce Willis, Terry Crews, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everybody is just... This is an awesome assortment of action heroes. I know I left out a few people. Let me just run through the basic lineup here. Stallone, as always, very good. He's surprisingly well he does really good in the action scenes. Very funny, very charismatic. Same can be said for Jason Statham. The two of them have a great camaraderie and chemistry together as an action couple. Not like that, but still. But one problem with this movie is that it does throw the other characters to the side, kind of. They don't, like in a lot of these like team mercenary action movies, they make all the characters truly unique. In this movie, they really don't. They're all just kind of excuses to shoot guns. Does that make them not badass? Hell no, it doesn't. Terry Crews, Dolph Lundgren, and Jet Li, everybody in this movie, they bring a certain level of just awesomeness to it. Even people who you don't expect to be good actors aren't half bad. The only person who really didn't do so hot was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's only in his acting. His action scenes were great. It was just, there was one point in the movie where he was definitely channeling his wrestling threats. The scene went something like this.
Who sent you, Stallone? You don't tell me? I'm gonna put you through a world of hurt. Do you understand me?
Still, not a big deal. One minor warning though. People who are expecting Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis to have a big part in this movie are going to be sorely disappointed. Most of you know by now that both of them are only featured in one scene in the movie. I knew going in that Schwarzenegger was only going to have one scene, and God was it good to see him again. It was just, I don't know, just hearing his accent and just seeing him. He's just an incredible screen presence. What is he doing governing California? I will never know. And just as soon as he started talking, I was just completely entranced in what he was saying. Willis is on the poster, and I was kind of expecting him to be in the movie more. And it's kind of sad because Willis's character in this movie is actually the most badass character he's played in a little while. He actually cursed more in this movie than he did as John McClane in Live Free or Die Hard, which is kind of sad. I'm not saying the cursing was the only good thing about his character. He had so much more attitude in this movie than normal, and I was really digging his performance and hoping we'd see him more, but I guess that's for the sequel. But the main thing you're here for isn't the acting or the plot, it's the action scenes. And let me tell you something, they deliver. Every single one of them is intense and bloody and just everything you want to see in an action movie like this. It's not like Rambo where it feels like it's going to be it's going for shock value, but it feels just right. It feels like a perfect mix of blood, gore, just everything you want to see, and every time a person dies, you're just like, yeah. It may not have the amount of investment that a great action movie does, but I was really enjoying just seeing all these people just get blown to pulp. Stallone is great at showing these action scenes as they were really happening. There's no faking out. There's no blood as they're getting brutally blown to death by machine guns. Oh no. In this movie, there's blood, trust me, but unlike in the last Rambo, it actually feels organic to the storyline. Quick note about the last Rambo, I didn't see the whole movie. I only saw about an hour of it. But I think this movie, the gore just felt more necessary. In Rambo, there are definitely a couple scenes that I saw where it just felt like, yeah, let's be gory and bloody here. And also, real quick, on the explosion front, this movie delivers. I only really have one problem with this movie, and it's kind of a big one, but it's not a big deal. As I mentioned before, the characters besides Stallone and Statham aren't really made unique enough. They're not really defined by their characteristics. As I said, they're just placeholders. And also, I had a bit of a problem with making the bigger stars who we all came to see more side characters like Mickey Rourke, or as I mentioned before, Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. It's not a big deal. You'll just notice that the people that you really came there to see aren't in the movie as much as some of the other guys. The other guys are fine. I'm just saying that I wanted more of the big action heroes. Overall, The Expendables is about as fun of an action movie as you're going to get this summer. It's chock full of action, chock full of explosions, good performances by the two main leads and pretty much everybody else. This is a solid 3 stars out of 4. This is not, it was okay. This is not, it was good, but not good. I really enjoyed this movie. And that's more than I could say for almost half the movies this summer. I don't think it was quite as good as the A-Team by just a margin, just because I enjoyed the characters more in the A-Team. But this is definitely one of the better movies of the summer. As I said, easy 3 stars out of 4.